Hello everyone and welcome to another Timeless video. So today we're going to be taking a look at Reanimate in Timeless format. But we're only going to be playing two colors this time, just the Demir color, blue and black, because continuing from yesterday, we're going to be playing with the Flare of Denial, yet again, with 4 copies of Fallaji Archaeologist, so that we can set up a 0-mana counter spells for our Reanimate plan. So if you missed the last video, Fallaji Archaeologist can mill a Flare of Denial, putting the Flare of Denial into your hand. That is going to set up a 0-mana counter spell, and that'll allow you to go something like Psychic Frog the next turn, pitch an Aatroxa into the graveyard, and then you can reanimate in a single turn. Otherwise, you can play another copy of Fallaji Archaeologist that can also grab a Reanimate as well. And then, if you already have a Flare of Denial in your hand, you can Flare of Denial opponent's mana drain, reanimating that turn as well. So there's some pretty cool lines with the Fallaji Archaeologist just because this card is so synergistic in this deck, because it mills not only the creatures, but you can also grab things like Reanimates, Victimize, or Flare of Denial. And we also have a copy of Demonic Tutor to increase the redundancy. And instead of playing the 3rd and 4th copy of Troll of Cause of Doom, I am playing 2 copies of Sink to Stupor, because that is also a land that the Fallaji Archaeologist can hit since it's a non-creature spell. So if you're lacking lands, that's also something that Fallaji Archaeologist can grab. And we also have 2 copies of Harvester of Misery, just because this can get rid of things like Deathrite Shaman, which is pesky against our deck. But if you also reanimate this, it's really good against Boros Energy as well. So thanks for that, I'll be hopping over to some Timeless Best of 3 to show you guys how that does. So let's hop on over. This is probably Mulligan, right? This one looks a lot better. I'll just play this and pass. I'll probably be playing the Fallaji Archaeologist here. I'll keep another one. Blooded Strand. Okay. I would like a Flare of Denial. If I can find one. That would be sick. Ooh. Maybe I should have, oh man, I should have maybe played the Grief lot next turn. I should have done it next turn. Right? Yeah. Should have done it next turn. Yeah, we got Aatrox anyways. I mean, my opponent clearly knows that I have a Victimize. So... Ooh, if they miss a land... This Victimize might stick. Yeah, it was a throw. I needed to do Grief this turn with the Victimize to get it down together, but now... Oh, it's just an Omnitoll that was playing Mana Drain. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Okay. Test of Talent in. Fatal Pushes out. Disruptor Flutes in. Surgical in. Hopefully that is enough to win the game. Oh yeah, Harvester's out. I'll bring in a copy of the Unlicensed Hearse with the Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah, interesting. Mana Drain. They're playing Mana Drain in Omnitoll. If they were on a usual Omnitoll list, we would have been able to actually land that. And we would have been able to get rid of a show and tell there. We can't keep this one. Even though it's actually kind of tempting. We'll just brainstorm. Demonic Tutor. I guess I'll just Demonic Tutor. Or maybe a Reanimate. Should I have just done Grief here? Yeah, I wonder. I mean, I guess if they get rid of a Grief, I can just Disruptor Flute. I guess that doesn't work either. Veil of Summer. Short. Well, you better have an infinite Veil of Summers. I should probably play this, right? For Spell Pierce. It looks like they have a Show and Tell in hand. Assemble is such a great card there. Not gonna cast Assemble? You should. Right, you should. If I can find Surgical, like, it would be game winning. Bowmaster and Flare. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be actually playing this Flare of Denial. That's why I made this play. Let's see. Yeah, just in case. Like, just in case we have to play Flare of Denial. Like, I'm not gonna be cracking this Polluted Delta at all. So I like having another option here. Man. So many mana drains. Even though they only play 4 copies of it. Darn. They just have it all. That's crazy. The last card's a demonic tutor. Are you kidding me? Okay, my opponent is merciless. They're too good at this game. Well, we got Grief into Reanimate. Imagine if the Grief can actually discard your own stuff. That's actually crazy. Oh, this is kind of bad, isn't it? Yeah, this is really bad. We need a land. We need a land. They kept it on top. Scary. Another Reanimate. Let's say I trade Orcish Bowmaster. Sure. Okay. We pass. I have a plan. I have a plan. Really? Still not gonna... What? That makes no sense. Really? I wish I played the Sink into Stupor. Yeah, I wish I did. There we go. Are you kidding me? Wow. So that's what they were waiting for. They drew a Spell Snare early. So that's what happened. Yeah. So it's an Orcish Bowmaster. Okay. We need one more mana for this Harvester of Misery. Didn't expect them to actually block there. What a pickup. Wow. Good pickup. As I say that. I could get the Harvester out, technically. Probably for the better, right? Oh my god. This is crazy. Like I said, actual insanity. So good at drawing. What is this? What is this? What is this, man? Holy. That's crazy. What did I even witness? Bowmaster sucks. That's crazy. We were both top decking the perfect answers, and their top decks were just better. Grave Expectation. I can grab a Diviner of Fate. Or should I go Diviner of Fate? Surgical on the Diviner. That's also a thing I could do as well. They drew another land. Yeah, I mean, that start was quite nasty. That start was insane. Let's see if I can do it again. Because of this white artifact, I can't even see what opponent has in their hand. Very cool, Watsy. Very cool. We just go again. Maybe we should have more surgicals. This hand, I'm just gonna say it. I don't want a mulligan against the similar deck. And also, it might be for the better, right? Like, I'm not mulliganing. Look, they're down to so little cards. Like, if I mulligan, it would have been so bad. Looks like it's sinking to stupor on the grief plan. Looks like they have an ephemerate. I kind of want to be just mana efficient. Yeah, they have an ephemerate. Nope, it was a surgical. I mean, they could still have one. They could still have one. This does mean that my Atroxa is kind of dead now, but I do have a brainstorm, so Okay. I mean, it does seem like they kept a pretty risky hand and it didn't pay off. I mean, that's just what happens to scam decks. I kept a very safe hand with a full set of cards. Yori on deck. This hand kind of stinks, I feel like. This one's a bit better. Still not like super happy about it. Yori on deck just means that what, like they're playing Beans? Or not? They kept a 7-card... No, 6-card hand. Yori on deck, by the way. Hey, okay. That's fine. Insane? Oh my god. Please. I'm gonna get you with these juggernauts. I'll keep that, please. Thank you. Is it Psychic Frog or Grief? Has to be Psychic Frog, right? Plains? Hmm. I mean, if it's an Orcish Bowmaster, I can eat 2 of these. All right. That's cool. I take 2 next turn. Really, that's better. I mean, should I just attack? I mean, they're just gonna block with the Orcish Bowmaster token. The next non-creature spell target opponent cast costs 2 more to cast. Okay, what's up with this? Maybe I'm supposed to... I mean, they're not gonna block, so... Sure. No reason to exile, right? Victimize? I'll even... Actually, I can't even cast Victimize with this card. Really? Okay. Now I can just keep attacking with the Psychic Frog now. Which is nice. Nice. Perfect. Oh, my opponent has a Solitude. The stop is a Solitude. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Oh, reanimate. I guess if I draw a land, I can play reanimate. I'll keep this one for brainstorm. Okay, slightly annoying, but we can reanimate theirs. Yeah, we could reanimate opponent's cards if we wanted to. I really don't want to, like... Okay, I mean, this card is supposedly good, right? Because they haven't used it? Oh, thank God I used Grief. Thank God I used Grief. Oh my God. What is this? I can't play the game. Yeah, I can't play the game. I have a one copy of Mystic Sanctuary, but that's... Oh my God. Wait, they need one more land, right? Okay, this actually makes it super easy. Thank you, opponent. And we have one copy of Mystic Sanctuary. Ta-da! Ooh, we even got a Victimize. Should I go Fatal Push or Flare of Denial? I guess we have a Fallaji Archaeologist, so we should grab a Flare of Denial. Nice. They even play Ghost Quarter. Interesting. Life. Yeah, well, there's no victimized targets, so... No, thank you. Maybe I should... Is this my opponent's? I can't even tell. Yeah, I can't even tell if this is my opponent's. I think this is actually my opponent's. Okay. We go to next game. Okay, One Ring is definitely something that we should disrupt our flute. I'm also kind of in... I also kind of like the fact that we can just bring in some Harbinger as well. Harbinger plus Troll is sick, right? Troll get the swamp. Harbinger turns everything else into a island. Let's also have some unlicensors as well. It seems like Orcish Bowmaster is actually really sick. Good against Juggernaut, good against Orcish Bowmaster, good against Ogre Troller. They also play One Ring. Stern Scolding, it seems also really good. The question is, what do I cut? I think Orcish Bowmaster is the first card to go. Maybe not Fatal Push. Flare is sick. I think Harvester plus Fatal Push is what I want to play this game. Maybe like one less Psychic. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The time's ticking. I gotta make decisions. Hmm. I'll keep this. We'll see. Yeah, this is the thing about... They already mulliganed twice. They're probably mulliganed in looking for a grief, honestly. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I like this a lot. Shaman. Gotta bolt the Shaman. Should I grief? Should I grief? I'm gonna say yes. Oh, they're trying to Dark Ritual into grief next turn. Troll. I guess we get rid of a grief. For now. And we'll go Psychic Frog. Maybe I should have gotten rid of a Deathray Shaman. I played the wrong card. Okay, whatever. This is not what I wanted to play. I was like, in my mind, I was like, okay, let's play Psychic Frog, and something else came out. Really? You're playing the Sheoldred despite knowing I have a Fatal Push. Okay, I commend you for that. I want to do this because I want to Demonic Tutor a Sheoldred next turn. I mean, Demonic Tutor into Reanimate. Witch's Cottage, which is not online. Looks like we're just attacking with the Shaldra here. I'm not gonna be firing off this Brainstorm, it's just too risky. If this is a Bowmaster, that is. But if they do have a Fatal Push, since they didn't play a Orcish Bowmaster, I might actually play the Brainstorm. Should I try to go for more damage? No, I should probably save this Flooded Strand for Brainstorm. Okay. What is going on? I have not seen a single Reanimate forever. And you're telling me I queue this deck today? Every deck that I play against happens to be a deck with grief. That is conspiracy. I smell conspiracy. How is this possible? How is this possible? Like, there's no way. That's crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but it is what it is. So what am I cutting? I can easily cut a copy of a Psychic Frog. I think that's a no-brainer. Could cut a Victimize. Not happy about it, but could be a thing. I don't want to cut Fallaji, Archaeologist, and Flare of Denial in this matchup, though. Harvester is so good in this matchup. Let's go down on the Licensors. We have the combo. I repeat, we do have the combo. Let's see what they have. I might actually try to go for reanimating the troll next turn. Oh, they have reanimate. They're gonna try to set up a 1 ring next turn, I guess. I guess I have no choice but to go for grief here. Is it really on the grief? Or should I go Sheoldred? Fine. I really need to draw a land so I can stick this in with the Flare of Denial. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, what am I doing? They can just reanimate the Sheoldred. Oh my god, what am I doing? I threw. Why didn't I just... Why did I do that? Can somebody please tell me why I did that? Why did I do that? Oh, man. My mind just blanked out. I don't know. It's sometimes dumb. Sometimes you're just dumb. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? So stupid. Yeah, so stupid, right? My god. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this. This is a very risky hand. If they have a reanimate. Oh no, what is this? Oh my god. 1 ring? So fast? Risky. Yeah, I'm playing pretty risky here. I hope it pays off. Yeah, I hope it pays off. Okay, they went for reanimate that. Does it matter? Let's actually save this for surgical. Yeah. It's probably for the better, right? Grief? Really good. And a drown. And a land. Okay, they surrender. Man, this game was actually like so poorly played. So poorly played. I kept a pretty dangerous hand. So the reason why it was so bad was because obviously the second game, like I threw the game. I punted so hard that it's crazy. And the last game, this one, this was a very risky hand, right? We don't have scam plan with the grief. If they had grief and a reanimate too, they could have reanimated the Aatrox, right? So like this was just really bad. Just from every angle, like this was so poorly played. Okay, another long session today. Towards the end, I was making a lot of mistakes, and I was like, okay, maybe I should just call it here. Back to Reanimate again, but this time around, we're not splashing white for ephemerates and stuff. And I think this deck is actually pretty cool, because we have a lot of cards that can be good against a lot of the meta at the moment. So, obviously, Grief into Reanimate against something like Omnitel, really good, right? Harvester Misery gets rid of Deathrise Shaman, which hates out Graveyard. And this card can also be really good against Boros Energy as well. So another reason to main deck a Harvester of Misery, honestly. And if you can get an Aatrox out against them, it's also really good. And couple that with the 0-mana counter spells with Fallaji Archaeologist, plus a Flare of Denial. Obviously, it's really hard to keep these in against Boros Energy because you're probably going to be like sideboarding a lot of cards like Orcish Bowmaster, Stern Scolding, but if you can actually get them with the Flare of Denial setup where you can animate the Aatroxa, which actually happened once, not against the Boros Energy, but in my last match, we had a Flare of Denial versus a Surgical Extraction, which actually got us through in the last game. So I think it's pretty cool in a deck like this. We have a lot of 0-mana interactions like Flare of Denials and Grief. Although losing the Tameo from the last deck does kind of hurt because you don't have that option to sacrifice the Tameo if you really need to. But you still have the option to sacrifice the Fallaji Archaeologist and the Psychic Frog. And, you know, if you really have to, you could also sacrifice Aatroxa as well. But most of the times, you're probably going to be pitching the Aatroxa to the Grief, right? But like against an Omnitel, I can definitely see like sacrificing the Aatroxa that's on the battlefield to the Flare of Denial, right? So, and the fact that the Fallaji Archaeologist like heavily synergizes very well in this deck because not only can you get a Reanimate or Victimize, but you can also mill the right creatures as well. So we have Fallaji Archaeologist milling creatures for the Reanimate, but we can also use a Psychic Frog to ditch one of these cards as well. So We don't have to like rely on red color or any other color to pitch some of these cards into the graveyard because of this. So Fallaji Archaeologist just naturally fits really well in this deck, which is really cool. And we also actually saw this one of Mystic Sanctuary grabbing the Reanimate, which was really cool as well. So yeah, definitely play a copy of Mystic Sanctuary if you can. I don't know about playing more copies of it because this is a pretty low land count deck. Like, look, 18 lands plus 2 copies of Troll of Khazad-dûm, so that puts us at 20. And then you have 2 copies of Sink into Stupor, so that's 22 lands. But you gotta realize that Sink into Stupor, some copies of Swamp, because we're playing Troll, and Troll as well, they don't count towards getting that 3rd island on the battlefield, so playing more copies of Mystic Sanctuary might be a detriment. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye-bye.